Action.
Hello, my name is Justin Healy, and today I am going to prepare a seared tuna with a risotto quinoa and a fresh fruit salsa. So to start, I'm going to get my pan going for the tuna, because I like it nice and hot. And then I'm going to show you a couple of basic knife cuts that I've used to prepare the salsa today. First, I'm going to show how to dice a red onion. Now I'm going to ask everyone to come up and help me today. The first thing you'd like to do is cut off the end, as I've already done, and peel the outside layer off until you get down on a nice piece of onion. And you'd like to take your knife and almost like you're going north and south along the line of the earth. You'd like to make nice, even cuts all the way down, and as you keep going, you turn your blade and follow the lines. Would anyone like to come up and finish?
Don't forget your mask.
While he's doing that, I'm going to monitor and see how hot my pan is, because I'd like it really, really hot.
The onion is really
This doctor's in.
So what were you saying? You go like north to south, like it's the earth? I've never done this before, so I have no idea what I'm
follow
doing.
the lines on the onion.
Okay.
You turn your blade ever so slightly to follow.
Okay. And then what? I've
It's
never
very
done
nice. And then to dice it, you're going to make even cuts along, back up the height cuts. Awesome. Doing a great job. My pan is nice and hot.
You want the whole onion shot?
No, it is perfect. Actually. Thank you. Give him wrong. Add a nice amount of oil to the pan. Get it nice and cooked.
What kind of oil do you use?
I used a blended canola oil with extra virgin olive oil and also a little bit of sesame oil to give it a little zing. And I already have seasoned the piece of tuna I'm going to use today. A little sesame seeds, a little bit of ginger, garlic, no salt, and no pepper. I'm trying to cut back on the sodium for the patient. So the pan is nice and hot. I'm going to lay the fish away from you.
What's the reason on the low sodium?
Low sodium is so that you can keep your blood pressure down, or the cardiac can keep the blood pressure down. When the sodium is introduced into the body, it extracts water from our blood cells, and that water is then pushed into our blood veins, and that increases your blood pressure. There's too much volume for this tiny little nerve vein. Also, platelets or plaque form on the outside of the arterial wall from a high-fat diet. And that is another reason why I chose tuna, because it is high in omega-3s, which help lower your LDL, your bad cholesterol, and lower your triglycerides. That was fun. As you can see, the tuna is searing nice. And a nice color along the bottom, you can see.
We're going to turn the box on the edge.
That's perfect.
Kind of,
Seared on all four sides. The next knife cut I'm going to show you is how to fry a line. It's a little difficult, with a little bit of practice and hard work. It'll actually turn out really nice. I'm going to cut off both ends of the line enough so you can see the bottom surface of it. A really sharp knife will help with this. So what I'm going to do next is shave the skin off down along the sides. It's an easy way to follow it. As you continue down, you just follow your knife along. You shouldn't take all the line. Turn my questions I can answer right now? The whole point of this supreme is to get all of the meat of the fruit, and not all of I guess the lining, the part that gets stuck in your teeth and you really don't care for. It just adds a nice pop. Let's shut the pan off. Finish it on the last side. Really good way of doing this is to follow the lines down on both sides. So we get a nice piece of line. Anyone like to try this? Sure. Yeah. So another part of my dish is the quinoa. I risottoed it, which is a style of making dishes. So I sauteed garlic and onions together, and then I added the quinoa and toasted it until it smelled kind of nutty. It has a really floral smell to it when it's ready. Then I glazed with about a quarter cup of wine, and then I added, the ratio is, I've learned today, is 4 cups of stock per 1 cup of red quinoa. White quinoa is 1 to 2. Cooks a little faster. The red quinoa has a harder hole on the outside of it, which is good. It's higher in fiber and nutrients. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. See? Great job.
What did you mean by deglaze?
Deglazing is when you have fond or little bits that have stuck to the bottom of the pan, and the alcohol or liquid will lift those bits off after you've added to it. Anyway, to finish the quinoa, it took about 35 minutes to cook. And then I finished with a little bit of nutritional yeast. It adds kind of a cheesy texture to it. It's really nice. Finished with a little salt and pepper. Trying to keep the sodium down. I think in total I used about a tablespoon. Just to keep it under, I replaced a lot of aromatics, fresh herbs and everything. The salsa that I'm going to make today has mango, onions, a little bit of sesame seeds, mint, cilantro, orange supremes, lime supremes, and a little bit of ginger. I'm going to show you the basic how to do that. And also a little bit of lime and orange juice. So, just adding a little bit, maybe a dash of the herbs together. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of ginger, some sesame seeds for color contrast, tomatoes as well. I'm going to add the juice to it. And mix it thoroughly. Add a little bit of salt and pepper to taste, but again, we're trying not to use the salt. Nice bright colors. I already have some prepared, and as well as some quinoa. We'll get these ready on the plate. Quinoa is also high in, as well as fiber, it's also high in protein. It's about 8 grams per cup cooked. And then for my fish, I'm going to cut nice, it's about mid-low. Nice sharp knife, just real slow motions. You want the knife to do the work. As you can see, still a little little pink on the outside, which is okay. Because the tuna is a little overcooked, it tends to fall apart. It's not much what we get to finish it a little more sauce. I have green onions as a garnish. There you have it. Healthy, nutritious meal, low in sodium, high in omega-3s to help lower cholesterol.